the next segment. This is about how ready is the market right now. So, adoption of
Yeah.
sustainable fashion in India. Do you think the Indian market is ready for a wider adoption of sustainable fashion?
See, I think whoever talk about sustainable fashion, sustainable things, basically what sustainability is all about and all. I think there is no clarity in that itself because most of the people, what I understand is when there is an entrepreneur, he has 10 people working with him. He if he makes sure he pays them regularly on day-to-day basis, on monthly basis, on so as a staff, like if he is able to pay them regularly and all, usually many of people say that their business is sustainable and they are like actually they whatever they are catering, they are able to make sure that the craft cluster which is working with them and the staff working with them and he himself or she himself, overall the initiative is sustainable. But my understanding of sustainability is a little different. I think last time I could say that,
Yeah.
because sustainability is something, so irrespective of whomsoever, if I'm doing something, even if I'm not there, the thing should go on its own. Like for example, if you just consider a village, like few years back, I think that village used to be sustainable because they never used to be dependent on anything else like outside. They have no expectation. So they have, if somebody might do a pottery, somebody might do carpentry, somebody might farm. So they know how to exchange and live together in peace, basically. So I think sustainability, for everybody it may differ, but this is what I understand about sustainability.
Okay.
So as last time what I told you, like fashion मुझे sustainable कभी होगा नहीं ऐसा पक्का लगता है, because the attitude towards fashion itself is is so different that it can never be sustainable. Like somebody something like कहीं पे suppress हो रहा है कोई तो, so it's like that, like वो होने का चांस ही नहीं है, ऐसा मुझे लगता है.
Okay. Okay, so if
So
we take out the specific word sustainability, and then in that place, if we fit in green fashion or green fashion movement or eco-friendly fashion, uh, how do you see that?
no, I think these are the words to market basically.
Okay.
So people
Mm.
की सस्टेनेबिलिटी अभी ट्रेंड है तो इको
Okay.
फ्रेंडली था कुछ दिन पहले.
Mm.
सो मोर और लेस वो सब एक ही है, बट दे यू ट्राई टू गिव देम अ डिफरेंट नेम to
Okay.
to it's like a packaging kind of thing where you come up with something new where people will look at it and people think that there is some value to it and people try to buy it for more value. So
Okay.
I think it's more to do with that. I think many people are really working on things which are of like which where there is no value करके जो सोचते थे. For example, natural fibers. Now there are a lot of people who want to work with. मुझे I remember 10, 20, 15 years back when I was talking about natural fibers, especially which are not very popular, like Ramin ho, नहीं तो Sisal ho, Bimal ho. These kind of fibers nobody used to even know. So even when you say, people used to think like pagal hai aisa. So abhi, but these days people send you fibers to see what we can explore, which means they are finding some value to it, which is
Okay.
good in a way. एक तरह से अच्छा है, but
Okay.
सस्टेनेबिलिटी का इसका मुझे रिलेशन वो पता नहीं, बट अच्छा हो रहा है, मैंने कुछ चीजें तो अच्छा है.
Got it.
But I think what we should consume, what we should realize is too much of producing anything. Market है करके produce is also like creating waste. Basically, what you are creating, when you are making beautiful एक product बनाया आप, या एक हजारों लाखों पीस बनाया, और आप लोगों के ऊपर आप push कर रहे हो, they are supposed to buy it. So what is it ultimately? It's very good to make a beautiful product. It's very good to market it. It's very good to sell it and make money. But what exactly this product is going to do is it is going to be waste, right? ये जो भी हम बना रहे हैं, आज नहीं तो कल नहीं तो परसों वेस्ट ही बनेगा. दुनिया बने in this world, it is going to be a waste, sits in some corner of the world. So it's very important to realize like how less we produce. Even if you produce, it should have some value to it, and we have to be very careful about the disposal also. I personally think so, because टू मेनी ब्रांड्स, टू मेनी थिंग, एक ही चीज बिक रहा है करके 10 वेरिएशन उसी का। लोगों को, बिकॉज पीपल आर, बिकॉज ग्रीड पीपल ट्राई टू बाई इट, पीपल ट्राई टू कीप इट, बट वॉट फॉर वॉट, ये सब अल्टीमेटली it's very important, like how we offer this world to the next generation is the very big challenge, I think. See, not even 30-40 years में हमने पूरा दुनिया को कचरा बना दिया। तो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एटलीस्ट आफ्टर दिस कोरोना वी शुड रियलाइज, थोड़ा सा हमको सेंसिबल बिहेव।
So when it comes to cultural shift, are you noticing a shift among Indian consumers towards handloom-based products and related goods?
या अभी सी, वही तो मार्केटिंग का, ये तरह का मार्केटिंग, बिकॉज वी व्हेन वी बाई, वी गो एंड बाई ए हैंडलूम फैब्रिक, ओके, एंड वी थिंक लाइक हमारा जो है ना वो सेंसिबिलिटीज या जो भी है ना वो एक्सपोजर बड़ा है, तो इसलिए हम खरीद पा रहे हैं, वी आर डूइंग समथिंग गुड फॉर हैंडलूम, ऐसे लगता है। बट एक्चुअली हैंडलूम क्या कर रहा है, हैंडलूम इज वर्किंग लाइक ए पावर लूम। सो इफ यू जस्ट सी मोस्ट ऑफ द, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग ईच एंड एवरी लूम हैंडलूम, ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, बट मोस्ट ऑफ द हैंडलूम इफ यू सी ए वीवर सिटिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ द लूम, वो लूम को देखो, आपका उसका रीड को देखो, ये रीड इज ए पावर लूम रीड, जैसे कि मेटल रीड रहेगा, पीछे जो हील्स भी वैसा ही रहेगा, एंड इवन द यान, पीपल ऑल दिस कोऑपरेटिव्स वेयर दे प्रोड्यूस कॉटन यान, एनएचडीसी जो यान बना के, एनएचडीसी इज a गवर्नमेंट बॉडी, यान बना के जो देती है ऑल दी सोसाइटीज, इट इज नॉट 100% यान, इट हैज पॉली मिक्स इन इट और विस्कोस मिक्स इन इट। सो वेयर लाइक इट्स वेरी फनी, बिकॉज ये एक्चुअली जब तक पता नहीं है ना, तो इनोसेंस इज ब्लिस, इग्नोरेंस एंड इनोसेंस इज ब्लिस, बिकॉज आपको पता नहीं है तो वो बहुत सुंदर है, बट एक्चुअली देखो, हम कॉटन करके बेचते हैं, बट वो कॉटन 100% हाई नहीं है। क्यों नहीं है? क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि ये जो बड़ा बड़ा मिल्स जो है, दे वांट टू प्रोड्यूस सो मच एंड पुश इट ऑन टू पीपल, एंड दे माइट से लाइक आपको कम कम में कर रहा है, बट बिकॉज नथिंग इज इन इट्स ट्रूएस्ट फॉर्म। अभी कुछ भी हैंडलूम भी है, क्राफ्ट, बिकॉज सी, जस्ट सी द एटीट्यूड ऑफ ए वीवर, हाउ हिज एटीट्यूड इज, इतना 100-1000 पीस एक ही जैसा बनाने के लिए बोलते हैं तो बनाने के लिए तैयार है। अभी ऐसा ऐसा हमने उसको बना दिया। जस्ट इमेजिन, हैंडलूम और हैंडीक्राफ्ट इज सपोज टू बी आर्टिफैक्ट्स वेयर यू डू डिफरेंट डिफरेंट थिंग्स, नया नया चीजें करके करके करो। इवन आप एक ही जैसा मैंने पावर लूम में करो ना, पावर मैंने मशीन में करो ना, एक ही जैसा करना है तो, बट आपको, बिकॉज दिस मार्केट और दिस मैनेजमेंट पीपल हु वांट टू एक्चुअली एक ही चीज सब जगह पे, जस्ट मुझे बहुत फनी लगता है कि पहले इफ यू जस्ट सी एनी सिटी, हैदराबाद को देख के पता चल सकता हो कि दिस इज हैदराबाद, इट हैज गॉट इट्स फ्लेवर, कैरेक्टर ऑफ इट्स ओन। लखनऊ ऐसा लगता था, अहमदाबाद ऐसा लगता था। इफ यू गो टू मेन सेंटर्स दीज डेज, सब एक ही जैसा लगता है, शॉपिंग मॉल एक ही जैसा है, सब एक ही जैसा। वी हैव किल्ड द डाइवर्सिटी, जो पहले जो डाइवर्सिटी था किल कर दिया। एंड पहला चीज क्या है कि आई डोंट नो दैट, बिकॉज आई हैव सीन मेनी पीपल टॉकिंग अबाउट ये मैकडोनल्ड में जो यहाँ पे जो टेस्ट है ना, सेम टेस्ट सब जगह पे है। हाउ सैड इट इज, लाइक वो इन ए वे मेरे को लगता है इंडिया इज ऑल अबाउट डाइवर्सिटी, इट इज नॉट अबाउट सैंडर्डाइजेशन, क्वालिटी सैंडर्डाइजेशन के बारे में बात करते हैं। सी, आई थिंक अभी आई रिमेम्बर व्हेन आई गो टू अहमदाबाद एंड ऑल, देयर आर फ्यू प्लेसेस वेयर आई वांट टू हैव अ चाय, it may vary, but it's a relationship which makes, it is just not about product, it's about relationship, it's about a lot of other things also. So I think there are very minute things we miss out when we look into these things, because ये देखने में मैं, आप बोलते हो तो क्यों ज्यादा कर रहे हो, कम पैसा मैंने, वी डू दिस असेंबली यूनिट में हम इसलिए प्रोडक्शन करते हैं कि बहुत चीप में हम चीजें बना के लोगों को दे सकते हैं। बट एक्चुअली लोगों को कहाँ दे रहे हैं, वी आर एक्चुअली फिलिंग द पॉकेट्स ऑफ द गाय हु रन्स द इंडस्ट्री, हु ओन्स द इंडस्ट्री, नॉट द पीपल हु आर डूइंग इट। तो वो दैट कैन नॉट इवन, वो हम सोचते हैं कि कल 2 रुपए जिसको आ रहा है वो 3 रुपए हम दे रहे हैं करके हम खुश हो जाते हैं। एक्चुअली खुशी कुछ कुछ, आई पर्सनली थिंक सो।
So, to sum it up, the Indian consumerism towards handloom sector.
So बढ़ रहा है बिकॉज सी, बढ़ रहा है, बट हैंडलूम में जो खूबी है वो भी कम होता जा रहा है। बट लोगों का, आई हैव सीन लाइक सिंस आई गॉट आउट ऑफ एनआईडी 2003 से अभी तक, I have seen a drastic a demand for handloom things.
Okay.
बट मैं एक्चुअली बहुत ज्यादा काम करने की वजह से मुझे लग रहा है कि हैंडलूम हैंडलूम नहीं रहा है, खादी खादी नहीं रहा है,
हाँ.
हैंडलूम हैंडलूम नहीं रहा है। आई थिंक एटलीस्ट टू कीप इट्स कीप थिंग किसी किसी का प्यूरेस्ट फॉर्म में रखने के लिए इसको ओ, सही तरह से करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक।
Got it. So for this authenticity to be intact, what do you think could be taken as a measure?
Exposure, the more exposure one has, we don't know anything, we think that we know, we don't know anything, we imagine that we, because we just imagine like एक brand है उसका tag है 100% cotton करके, we believe in it, को believe करते हैं, we don't know much about material, we don't know about the product itself, we believe in that.
Okay.
And there are a lot of agencies which give certifications. How they give it, I know. Okay, there are many other ways of just getting it. See, I think I always seen like especially when we work with Craft Council of Andhra Pradesh and ladies of Craft Council of Andhra Pradesh and Craft Council of Telangana, they have this habit of going to these weavers, okay, and they know them they because they keep on going every year, they visit 2 3 times, so there is a relation that is built. So the viewer also don't do anything for them because it's a relation. So he organizes lunch for them. So he eats there, spends they take their granddaughters there. They make it a habit so that they just go there not to just buy a product, but see the to experience the whole thing. So I think it's all about that kind of thing. That experiential aspect कम नहीं होगा तो क्राफ्ट का कुछ बात नहीं है.
So next, it's about health, consumer awareness, and education. So can you share any insights on the health impacts of synthetic materials as compared to natural handloom fabrics?
Many. I'm just coming from yesterday. I was in Maharashtra. So I went to visit one young farmer, Pratap, who is doing indigenous cotton, desi cotton farming. So he was talking to me about seed and all because we usually take the cotton that is grown by him. We procure most of the cotton. So he was talking about he was so happy about the seed because it's not BT seed, it's desi seed. It has got a lot of nutrition value. So when it is taken to the cow and all, they enjoy it. They enjoy eating it basically. They're very clever, smart enough to at least even they look more or less same size wise. They are a little different, but they as animals know better than us where they can see like this is because they opt for this indigenous cotton thing, not the BT cotton thing. They're very, very smart that way. So he is just not that he was talking about so many things like so what happens when it comes to because when you actually pick the cotton, the BT cotton thing comes, it's very tight. It's you have to apply some energy to really pluck it away. Okay. But when it comes to desi, it just comes out. We were talking to the woman who does it, and they were saying like, हमारे लिए तो easy है, but आप रहे थे. So because the yield is less, na, so this is much better. We love it, but why are you growing it as the yield is less? करके बोल रहे थे तुम्हारे लिए आसान है ना इसलिए कर रहे थे सो आई थिंक वो है एंड see just for this climatic condition if you are staying in AC rooms and air conditioner rooms and all it's a different story but आपको अगर humid conditions में अलग अलग conditions में if it is not natural fiber it won't work I have seen many examples एक I think 30 years back or 35 years back there used to be a lot of brands poly cotton brands काफी सारे थे आई रिमेम्बर कुमार शर्ट्स करके आंध्रा में एक बहुत बड़ा ब्रांड था पीपल यूज टू स्टैंड इन लाइन टू गेट ए शर्ट फिट लाइक बेसिकली वो ऐसा था एंड दे यूज टू सेल 50 रुपीज में 80 रुपीज 100 रुपीज में दे यूज टू सेल ए शर्ट it was so popular for 1 2 years but after 3 years why the brand is not there okay just because people may not know immediately but they're not dumb they understand what is what and Pulugurta करके there is one cooperative in Andhra where what they have done is उनका कुछ फैब्रिक का कुछ रिजेक्टेड फैब्रिक हो गया था सो they were thinking of some ideas क्या करना है. So Giri was a person who used to work in the cooperative. So we did one interesting shirt project with them. So he got an idea, why don't we stitch shirts करके. उसने ओवर डाई करके shirts बनाया and they started selling at a फैब्रिक रेट. मैंने 2 मीटर का फैब्रिक अगर इफ इट इज ₹300 तो ₹50 ₹60 to ₹70 सिलाई का होगा. ₹370 में वो फैब्रिक मैंने शर्ट्स को बेचना चालू किया. नाउ पीपल cheap, but now their main market is those shirts. Like
Okay.
they make around 50 lakhs local sale है shirts का. बेसिक जो बचा कुचा यार्न का स्ट्राइप्स बनाते हैं, पूरा रिसाइकलिंग रीयूजिंग जो यार जो होता है वो सब यूज करके वो लोग शर्ट्स बनाते हैं एंड इट इज अ बिग मार्केट फॉर देम.
Okay.
So people are not dumb. People know what it is. They'll take some time.
Okay.
थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा
Okay.
एंड they'll अंडरस्टैंड. सो बट इसको अगर बिल्कुल चांस नहीं मिलेगा इसको यूज करने के लिए तब अलग बात है. अगर एक बार दो बार ये यूज करेंगे तो फिर वापस आएंगे ही आएंगे.
Got it. So the next question is, how do you approach educating the public on the benefits of choosing natural and handloom fabrics?
I think I personally do a lot of workshops.
Okay.
So my target is all young generation, like all these school children,
Okay.
all these colleges. We work with architecture students, we work with design students,
Okay.
where we try to actually give them little exposure about what these are all about,
Okay.
how the processing happens. If the processing alag baat hai, but after that, how what is the disposal of it? What is going to happen to it?
Mhm.
So these kind of things, when we just put that into their mind, after some point of time, I think they'll come back. They'll think there'll be time where they'll think.
Okay.
So I think exhibitions and all. So पहला चीज क्या है कि जो मीडियोकर लोगों को इसमें आने नहीं देना है. सो पीपल हु वर्क विद पावर लूम एंड हैंडलूम, वैसे लोगों को आने नहीं देना है. यू शुड बी वेरी वेरी पर्टिकुलर अबाउट ग्रुप्स हु डस ऑथेंटिक हैंडमेड थिंग्स. लाइक वो सब जो कर रहे हैं उनका एक साथ ग्रुप्स बना के एग्जीबिशंस करो, वर्कशॉप्स करो, let people come and festivals बनाओ so that people come eat and participate. And तो ऐसा होगा उतना. And then people are aware. Like I think the awareness is like last 20 years में बहुत बढ़ गया है. But awareness क्या हो रहा है कि एक 40-50% का awareness ही सबका है. इवन डिजाइनर का भी आप देखो उतना ही है. और I'm talking about like since last 7 years when I just got it out, when I found a way, mane, there is a strong reason to understand it. Then I started really realizing what these things are all about. Or else my work always started from yarn के बाद yarn को कितने में डाई करना है, what should be the structure, how we have to do it, is something what I have done. So the main thing lies with the material, how it is processed into yarn, how that material is grown. I think these are also very very important. It's just not about a person doing it on handloom. बट वो हैंडलूम तो मशीन जैसा एक ही चीज हजारों हजारों साल कर रहा है, तो आई डोंट कंसिडर इट एज हैंडलूम. So
Oh.
so it's also about the attitude of the viewer, how he is doing, the variety of how he do. If you see Andhra, per wop there are only 4 sarees. Many people ask me why 4 sarees, because to create that variety, because war we can't change the color. So 4 sarees आप करो, 4 sarees सही करो, एक माने 4 साड़ी एक जैसे करो, नेक्स्ट वाला सकते हैं अलग कलर का अलग ही. To
Okay.
create the easy diversity is much easier.
Very nice. So recently I spoke to an expert who is into natural dyeing, and I was also like told that there is a lot of heavy metal use in some of the natural dyes that is being used across country in few places. And there was another person who countered that, saying that places near Andhra, Telangana, they do more of authentic heavy metal free kind of natural dyeing. So is there any viewpoints that you want to share on that?
No, no. उनका दोनों का बात तो सही है, but see, where your source is very very important. Okay, and the process what you follow is very important. So usually what is dye? Dye color क्या है? Color is like a हमको दाग जैसे लगता है, so on top of it दाग जैसे लगता है, वैसे ही कलर लगने के वजह से कलर दिखता है basically. So when you use strong detergents and all, that is going to fade little, wash out or fade out the color a little bit. वो होता है.
Yeah.
सो यूजुअली जो है ना, अभी आपका एप्लीकेशन में आप जो भी यूज कर रहे हो कि ये नहीं करना है मेरे को, ये बहुत सही करना है, कैसे भी वो, इफ योर मेन चैलेंज, आपका चैलेंज जो है ना कलर फास्टनेस एंड ऑल, उसको ये करने के लिए व्हाट आर द प्रोसेस यू यूज ना, उसके हिसाब से है। So there is a recent workshop what we are doing with Kotturu artisans in collaboration with the Craft Council of Andhra Pradesh, and Jagatha Jappa she is a old lady. She is around 76 years. She has taught them natural dyeing and they're doing very well.
Okay.
So I don't think like if you source the thing very well, and there are things like that, and you should know where to stop what. ठीक
Okay.
है, वहां पे कि यूज नहीं करना है करके यू हैव टू टेक ए कॉल, बिकॉज दे डोंट नो, बिकॉज बीइंग ए नॉलेजेबल पर्सन जगदा टेक्स ऑल दैट कॉल। सो
Okay.
आई डोंट थिंक वो बड़ा इश्यू नहीं है। सो वो आप जो बोल रहे हो वो सही है, बट एट द सेम टाइम वो इतना आई पर्सनली डोंट थिंक। सो मुझे मुझे ये लगता है कि आई एम इन ए स्टेज वेयर इफ एवरीबडी स्टार्ट वेयरिंग जस्ट कोरा फैब्रिक, कॉटन का प्योर फैब्रिक जैसा है वैसा पहनेंगे, एंड इफ यू स्टार्ट लिविंग इन मड हाउसेस एंड व्हाइट वॉश हाउसेस, हाफ ऑफ द वायलेंस खत्म हो जाएगा। तो जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ कलर्स एंड डिस्ट्रैक्शन, ये सब जो भी है, बिकॉज दिस इज माई एक्सपीरियंस व्हेन आई वाज इन went to Vipassana for 11 days. तो वहां पे wearing those white things actually gives you a next level of peace basically. सो कलर एक तरह का डिस्ट्रैक्शन भी है, मुझे कभी कभी लगता है। तो तो एंड नेचुरल डाइज बेटर इसलिए है कि वो सबड्यूड कलर्स है, ब्यूटीफुल कलर्स है, कलर है बट नहीं है, दे आर लाइक एक्सेंट्स। सो दे लुक नाइस एंड ब्यूटीफुल, बट इट्स सी, हर एक कोई भी चीज को लेके आप उसमें से कुछ कंप्लेन निकाल सकते हो, बट आई थिंक ये कंप्लेन से और करके ये बेटर है। आई पर्सनली फील लाइक इसमें इश्यूज हो सकता है, बट दिस इज फार बेटर देन व्हाट यू आर डूइंग। ठीक है, तो आई फील दिस इज ओके, बट वी शुड कीप थिंकिंग अबाउट इट। अगर कुछ इश्यूज हो तो उसको सॉर्ट आउट कैसे करना है, क्या करना है, वो करके करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। बीटी कॉटन लोगों को रियलाइज कर दिया कि देर इज इश्यू विद बीटी कॉटन, इट वोंट ग्रो, यू कांट ग्रो मच, and your land is going to get poisonized. So immediately they started organic cotton, organic cotton, BT cotton को ही organically grow करके organic cotton बोल रहे हैं। So please, the person who want to sell, they will have 100 stories to somehow sell their thing. Okay. But unless until we have enough exposure to understand things, what is marketing gimmick and what is real, till we do it, we can't. And we our journey is to make things little better. Well, realize what are the problems, what problems we created, and just try to minimize it. That is what I think. Because my life, 30-35 years of my life was all about living in such society. And now when you want to leave many things, it will take time for you. एक साथ छोड़ोगे, छोड़ नहीं सकते ना आप, धीरे 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 you have to decide. It's a choice what you make, and you take things forward. I think it will work. So
when it comes to governmental and institutional support, are there existing government programs that promote sustainable fashion? What more could be done to support this segment?
There are, but I don't believe in government, because government के साथ काम के अलावा बहुत सारी चीजें करना पड़ता है। So because मैं गवर्नमेंट के साथ भी थोड़ा काम किया है, because बहुत बहुत interesting, somebody who might be very interested, IAS officer who is very interested, who will do anything for that thing, suddenly he gets transferred 1 year later. So there is other guy who comes, who asks you different questions, he doubts you. Okay. तो अभी क्या है कि वो ये सिस्टम जो है ना, अब चेकिंग के लिए जो बनाया एक तरह से अच्छा ही है, बट एक्चुअली ये सब प्रोसेस में इट वोंट वर्क। तो आई डोंट, ये सब अगर गवर्नमेंट काम से ज्यादा बहुत सारे अलग अलग चीजें करना पड़ेगा। सो दैट इज माय एक्सपीरियंस विद दैट।
Okay.
So I personally will say like government का बहुत सारे हो सकता है, but I don't personally get into anything like उनका बहुत I had a bad experience working with them. Okay. Bad नहीं है, I will not say bad experience, but it's a tiring experience. Bad नहीं है, it's a tiring experience, because see it's always, because when you don't know things, so you should believe and you should let things move on. So if you want to understand everything in 1 hour or 2 hours, so it won't happen. वो मुश्किल हो जाता है। So I don't know government के साथ वो I think काफी सारा चीजें कर रहा है। I hear a lot of people who tell me, अरे यार ये है, why don't you apply? Why don't you talk to them? They'll give you. I don't want.
So when it comes to prioritization in educational institutions. How well do you feel sustainable fashion is prioritized in India's fashion schools and training programs?
या प्रायोरिटी तो है हर जगह पे है बट वी कंपार्टमेंटलाइज थिंग्स लाइक वी जस्ट पुट इट इन कंपार्टमेंट्स सो पहले सस्टेनेबल फैशन बोलते हो आप ठीक है फॉर सस्टेनेबल फैशन व्हाट डू यू मीन व्हाट डू पीपल मीन बाय सस्टेनेबल फैशन आई पर्सनली डोंट अंडरस्टैंड सो व्हेन आई क्वेश्चन इट पीपल आस्क मी अरे यार तुम नेचुरल फाइबर्स के कुछ साथ कुछ बनाना सिखाओ so that is easy for me I teach because I do it in many colleges
Okay.
so design colleges so ये सब because लोगों को पता नहीं है वो क्या है एग्जैक्टली वो कैसे
Okay.
सस्टेनेबल है फैशन हाउ फैशन कैन बी सस्टेनेबल
Okay.
so I think sustainability can only cater to your needs not wants sustainability is nothing to do with just human sustainability is about the whole ecosystem about a small insect that is there about a butterfly about lion about each and every animal about you about every tree what you have around and we when if at all we kill somebody there are courts to take care of us but when we cut out the tree there is no law there which does anything to us they'll say तुम्हारा लैंड में ये है इसलिए कट किया मेरे साथ जो काम कर रहे हो उसको मैं मर्डर की बात तो इट्स लाइक दैट वी आर वेरी 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 क्या बोलते हैं वी आई थिंक एज ह्यूमंस we are merciless like I think that attitude still that attitude changes sustainable even what I'm doing is little bit of things okay psychological satisfaction socho jo bhi hai wo hai and it gives me immense joy it gives people also working with me also immense joy so that's where we are doing it but we can't really in this world abhi वो बदलाव सच का बदलाव आएगा कि नहीं पता नहीं बट it is very important to at least create a small world for the people to taste it like what it is all about so that is what we are doing trying to do basically and we realize we can't change this world because वो 20 कुछ करना है अभी समझ में आएगा कि कुछ नहीं कर सकते हम दुनिया को हम नहीं बदलेंगे तो बहुत बड़ी बात
So the next segment is about technology, innovation, and future trends. How do you see technology, including AI, impacting the future of handloom and sustainable fashion?
see ये what AI can do okay so I'm sure like it has its own capabilities ये सब but I think ये एंड ह्यूमन में देर इज डिफरेंस लाइक ये मन करके एक चीज रहता है ना सो देर इज व्हेन यू मेक ए प्रोडक्ट टू सेलिंग इज अ मेन क्राइटेरिया लाइक हाउ व्हेन यू सेल इट इज गोइंग टू बी गुड देन ये विल हैव एज बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू यू डूइंग समथिंग फॉर योरसेल्फ something which you want to gift it to somebody who you love or something that AI can't do it. AI give you options. So I think that is very human. I think this kind of maza that can never get. So these days if you see I see a lot of new generation talking about spirituality, trying to understand what this life is all about. So हमको 40 साल में जो क्वेश्चंस आ रहा है अभी अभी 2022 में आ रहा है. So I think this will help us like to move little more fast to and people I think like 2022 में रिजेक्ट कर देंगे नहीं करना है हम. I don't want ये करके ऐसा टाइम आएगा बहुत जल्दी. Okay. But I think it's all parallel things will always happen remain but it's a choice what one makes but for me it's a process that is very important output is not important it depends it varies from person to person तो किसी को आउटपुट और कितना आउटपुट है कितना आउटपुट दे रहे हो उनके लिए बहुत यूजफुल है बट मैं कैसा करता हूँ कैसा द प्रोसेस को कैसे चेरिश करता हूँ दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू मी देन आई डोंट अगर अगर वो बोलता है कि ऐसा ऐसा करो तो अब देन ऑल्सो आई अप्लाई माई माइंड एंड कि ये कैसा बोल रहा है क्या बोल रहा है बट आई वांट टू हैव माय सेंस लाइक अपना लोग क्या सोच रहे हैं हम सब कलेक्टिवली क्या करना चाहते हैं दैट आई थिंक दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट
Sure. So when it comes to trends influencing the future of eco fashion, what trends do you think will most influence sustainable fashion and handloom in the coming years?
See, I think अभी तो मटेरियल वैरायटी ऑफ मटेरियल नया मटेरियल हो तो नया ट्रेंड चल रहा है दैट इज समथिंग व्हिच इज हैपनिंग बट see it's always about ultimately see few things like अभी एयर कंडीशन रूम्स आपको कुछ भी पहनने से आपको it really doesn't affect you Okay, so we can't really judge or say it is good or bad at
Okay.
this point of time, but there will be times where ये सब चीजों के वजह से I think our next coming generations are going to suffer
Mm.
because we are just thinking of now. We are just thinking of what we can do now.
Mhm.
We all these mines और सब जितना resources है वो सब खत्म कर रहे हैं
Yeah.
and making converting them into money and all. So, but we are not thinking of how we are going to give this little safe world to the next generation.
Yes.
So I think that is a primary thing.
Okay. So the materials are going to play a vital role when it comes to future trends.
Yeah, abhi I'm just talking about what I see new material because see people are selling like banana yarn banaya, pineapple yarn, because that is all viscose. Even plastic bottle ko bhi aap yarn. So that is if we don't
Polyester.
understand it, वो banana se banaya hai, but there is other things. There are other things that he added to it and made into a filament yarn. Okay, but you can make anything into filament yarn.
Okay.
दैट इज नॉट अ प्योर बनाना फाइबर
Okay.
दैट चाइना वालों का दिमाग है तो इसलिए ऐसा बनाया है वो लोग
Mm.
एंड वी थिंक दैट बनाना 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 करके वी आई सो मेनी पीपल आर डूइंग इट
Mhm.
बनाना यान बैम्बू यान करके इट्स नॉट प्योर बैम्बू और बनाना इट्स ऑल विस्कोस यान
Okay.
सो इट्स
Got
लाइक दैट बिकॉज आई थिंक मार्केट ना अभी मटेरियल का नाम पे बेच रहे हैं लोग so वो that new material newspaper से कुछ कर रहे हो and they call it sustainable because that is going to waste which is you are putting into use they call it sustainable so it depends on how you derive the meaning of sustainability ना उसके हिसाब से है
got it. Got it. That was an eye opener for most of the people who would be like wanting to explore such
नहीं
materials.
नहीं इशू इशू क्या है कि सुन के पता नहीं चलता ये सब बट मे बी फैंसी थिंग्स ना 800 900 में इफ यू गो टू दिल्ली आगरा दे आर सेलिंग बनाना फैब्रिक्स. So somebody told me banana fiber. I wanted to. I went all the way to see what it is, and it's pure viscose. It can't be banana.
Mm.
So people just fool.
Yeah.
अभी अभी 5 मिनट का मार्केट है ना. So you
Mm.
are going there as a visitor. So if he can actually sell it to you, it's a game for them. So it's just it's immediate. बेच के वो लोग पैसा बनाना चाहते हैं. I think कुछ सोचना पड़ेगा because it's just not money. We should have other kind of ways to live basically. It's just not money that should be the guiding factor.
The responsible consumers. So when it comes to guidance for aspiring entrepreneurs, what would be your word for them?
No, I think follow your heart. आपको जो अच्छा लगता है वो because especially for entrepreneurs, I think it's always about um something doing something what they really enjoy and love to do. पहला that is the foremost thing. And things from there onwards, I think there will be many additions and very many things which you leave.
Yeah.
So it's always like that. But I think it's very important if you do something you love.
Mhm.
Um, it's the life will be exciting. Life is going to be really exciting. Next day you will be waiting for the next day how it is going to be and
Unfold
very
itself.
very yeah. I think it has to. Life has to. We don't know how many lives we have. We as per now we just know have one life. So अच्छा सा जी लेते हैं. See, I was just whatever I was saying. So it was out of my experience in the last 22 years.
Okay.
Okay, I may it's I'm not making any statement or anything, but this is what I believe in because ultimately, so why we have to work on sustainability and all of this is to make sure this world where we are is should be a secure place for just not humans for but for everybody like every plant every animal every bird every bee or say everybody so this world like each and everybody have the equal right
Yes.
so whatever I told, many people may not agree with it. I'm okay with it, and I'm not making any statement that this is how it is. This is what we believe in. This is whatever I said. It's all out of our experience
Got
in the
it.
last few years. So I'm sorry if many people don't agree to it, or that's okay.
Thank you. It was nice having you here. You've taken your heart out. I mean, you've talked your heart out, and
Mhm.
it was great listening to that. It's just exploring lots of perspectives on this particular field and getting the minds refined. So we really
Yeah,
cherish your insights. Thank you. Thank you for joining
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Yeah.
thank you for this opportunity, and looking forward. Like if this podcast will, because similar kind of people who believe in these in the similar lines are ready to come and visit us, see what we are doing, and all of that.
Yes,
So looking forward.
definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.